12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Check. Rock it. 36.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's good for Cowboys. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
1st and 10.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jayon Brown charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Cooper. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. That's their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Ready? 10 logo. Mark 54. He's down here.
Jones now. Off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
60 or. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now left side on the swing pass. Past the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Get it.
2nd and 1. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Here we go. 50, plant. Buzz. Mike 50. I got you. Shift. Hey. Watch the twist. Say it. Hey, Sam on. 61, matchbox lights. Alert 3.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, echo. 22 jet bomber. Mike's 50. Ready? Be crippled.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. This is the tight end Fant. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 37. Kill. X3. 218. Chopper. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Ready.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Get Ruger off Horford.
They'll run with Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Fighting down past the 45. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
On first down, Pollard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones throwing the out route and complete. That's Shepard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4. Jones, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Jones, off play action. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jones. Going to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now Jones, operating from the gun. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that will tie things up at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Stop your whining. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Hey, Charlie. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike's 50.
Looking to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready to break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams
looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to regain the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Jones now, off the play fake. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here we go. 50.
Now.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Hey, Delta.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hey, Haywood.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50. You go night. Time to go night. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
61, matchbox, right.
Slam, slam. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check a hot read. Check 13.
Here's Pollard again. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Hey, wahoo!
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. We want this. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Five.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Got a man, Slayton. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, man. Watch
Now.
They'll run on first down. Britton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Let's go now. 18 Gators.
Back to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Here we go. 30 base. 53. Blue draw. Let's go.
On first down, Britton. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Saquon Barkley running right. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On the run, it's Barkley. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight.
A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. 1st team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. 1st team to score wins the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, fellas.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On 2nd down now, Britton. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's crashing.
Off the play fake. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Protein spill.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie.
15-1.
Jones, off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready. 70, Indy. Shut up.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What do they say?
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Dallas, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.